All right. We're just waiting on the rest of Team NORD to show up, and then we'll get going. All right, here we go. It's going to be NORD blue side, game 1, WTF red. I am not very familiar with either one of these teams, so we will get a good look at them together. Some interesting bands so far already. These are not bands you normally see in the beer league. I assume these teams know what they're doing. What's up, Nectarish? I still don't know what that's supposed to mean. Beat bop. Just making noises for fun. Anime? Oh. I don't know. No, we're going to go ahead and lock in the Aphelios first pick. Interesting choice. Usually you would see probably Jinx in this situation, but they like the Aphelios. The Aphelios does have potential. I think Aphelios has that late game damage is nutty. Once you get the 3 items, you start going crazy, but getting there is the difficult part, and keeping yourself alive once you get there is also difficult. But WTF immediately going for the cringe with the Zeriyumi. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked that NORD didn't ban Yumi, to be honest, if you know the opposing team plays it. But rah. Sup, Eric? That is indeed my favorite item. I actually built the Sunfire Cape today in one of my solo queue games. I lost. I blame the Sunfire Cape 100%. blind pick Asol. I'll give NORD credit for one thing. They are not afraid. They're just drafting. They're throwing it out there. You would have lost anyways. That's probably true. That game was kind of doomed. I actually thought, you know, I would have lost anyways, indeed. But yeah, NORD's not afraid. They're picking champions that have dangerous counter picks. They're just picking early anyway. They don't care. So, just WTF. Okay, they do barely get the Vygar in time. First time viewer, that is definitely not true. I remember you complaining in my chat. Plus, I can see it. You have 724 messages in this channel, good sir. I'm kind of sad that the count stops at 999. Eric has to be up into several thousand messages by now. Guys, I'm new here. What ranks these players? Good question. Yeah, Emerald 5, that's probably right. Emerald 5, a rank that has never existed. Actually, did they add Emerald first or get rid of the 5th tier first? I don't remember. I think they got rid of the 5th tier first, but can we watch something else? I mean, you're free to tune into another Twitch channel. Unfortunately, we got Beer League here. Can we get a slam cam? Hell no. Can you switch the song? Oh god. Got them all trolling me now. Usually it's just Eric and Arihi. Face reveal when? Not many people in Beer League have seen what I look like, to be fair. So, pretty much just the members of Team 1 a few seasons ago. No, that team knows because I met up with Fusro at one time, IRL, because he happened to be in town for business, and we hung out for a bit and got a few pictures, and that's how people know. That's how that team knows what I look like. So there you go. Okay, so it's gonna look like it's gonna be Maokai jungle for NORD. I haven't seen a Maokai jungle in a while. When you leave Oklahoma? I'm not in Oklahoma. Oh, when Caress leaves Oklahoma. No, that's fair. And it's gonna be the Urgot to round out the comp for WTF. Okay, interesting. I guess it's Vygar mid against Asol. I guess it's going to be a lot of farming in the mid lane. Not a lot of fighting, I would guess. Urgot versus Cho'Gath top. Thresh Aphelios bot versus Zeri Yumi. That could be bloody if the Thresh plays well. Maokai versus Lee Sin. These are unusual comps by Beer League standards. I don't really know what to make of them. NORD be playing Maokai every game. Okay, to be fair, I don't know if I've casted NORD yet. So I'm not very familiar with them. I know they've been having a hard time this season. Their one win they got avoided because they had an illegal sub. So that's a toughie. All right, and while we're waiting for them to do that, let's see if we can do better on the Lodal this time, because we took quite a few guesses yesterday. So, grab on my screen. All right. Are you lodaling? I am indeed. I am indeed lodaling. Let's try. Well, that doesn't tell me much. It's an early champion. It's a male champion with mana. Okay. It's species unknown. Interesting. How many species unknown champions are in the game? Cho'Gath, isn't Cho'Gath a void monster? Isn't a Mumu a Yordle? Don't we know that? It's a melee mana unknown, and it's jungle. It's a jungler. It's an unknown species. Was a Mumu a release champion? Isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's a Yordle, right? Yeah. Okay. It's a Shuriman champion. It's not Fiddle. Nocturne? Is Nocturne Shurima? Was Nocturne a release champ? Nope. It's a jungler, guys. It's not going to be Nasus. Who's a jungler with an unknown type? Rammus? Ooh, that's actually a good guess. There you go. Well done, Eric. Well done. Yeah, I went faster this time. I guess Rammus is a one of the new champs, isn't he? Or one of the original champs. Rammus. Can we bet? If you want, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to set it up. Otherwise, I would say yes. What is this? Let's gift a sub. I don't want to do that. Is that your subscription? No. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I'll have to ask Siminomas. Tell me how to do it, because I know he does it sometimes. Eric, when are you guys playing this week, by the way? I don't think you guys have scheduled a game yet, have you? Are you guys off this week? On a bye? Okay. Gotcha. And we've only got four games scheduled so far, but... Let's go, NORD! Woo! who's Samurai Jack? I think that's the guy from the TV show. BB will probably be playing a doubleheader next week to the hosting of events this week. Oh, goodness. A doubleheader of Beer League light action? Oh, my goodness. Alright. Let's go ahead and get into it. Kind of surprised Scott Pilgrims didn't go for his gangplank. I'm pretty sure it was open, right? Yeah, it was open. He just elected not to do it. Maybe saving it for a later game. I know his gangplank is really nasty.
"30 seconds until minions spawn."
$900 Slime's doing a little bit of trolling in the chat, as he is known to do.
Minions have spawned.
Ooh. Nice hit by Vygar. We see a level 1 cheese E from Urgot here. I never realized that the E itself did damage. I guess it makes sense that it does. Wow, it does a lot of damage. Do 111 physical damage. Sheesh. Oh, they added % max HP damage to Urgot's legs? Have they always had that? Alright. I never knew that. I think I might have changed that at some point. Or maybe they always had it, who knows. Junglers are starting opposite sides this time around. You thought the ability didn't do damage? I guess I've never really noticed that it does a big chunk of damage. I knew it flipped you. I guess I never knew it did so much damage. I guess that's more my point. I always thought the damage was from like the legs coming out afterwards. But that's it has a really big ratio. Aren't I a top laner? I don't play against Urgot very often. The Snark fell as a freak on Zeri, rip Nord. Yeah, I would not have given them Zeri Yumi, to be honest. And you're right, Eric, I am a top laner. A bad one, that's the problem. Although I've been playing better lately, at least in my practice games. So, not winning any of them, but, you know, I'm playing better. A lot of damage coming in on the Zeri. Has to use the Urgot champ is not balanced. True. Urgot level 1 is fucking nasty. And it's 900 slimes, buddy. Just blow your flash. There you go. Save your health. I'm gonna look for a dive here in the bot lane. Ooh, I don't know if they accounted for the cleanse. And Maokai's gonna go down. You kill over to the Yumi, which is not where you want it to go, but you'll take it. Ooh, that's gonna be a kill here for Scott Pilgrim, I believe. Nope, not quite enough damage. Didn't have all the legs ready to go. I'm ready to see me rumble again. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna bust that out again in Beer League for a while. That was not a great game for it, to be honest, but I also kind of ran it down, so. I mean, I also got unlucky, honestly. Having Set come back to the lane with Swifty Boots at like 4 minutes is like, that is fucking tough. They managed to get the Yumi here, but Lee Sin's gonna go ahead and gank, so Villy's gonna go down. Build more damage. Oh. And then Scott Pilgrim's gonna land another E, and that will be Feet of Warfare over for the side of WTF. The fuck is Cho'Gath doing? He's lagging, he said, so who knows if that's actually true. 900 Slimes is also known to be a interesting player, let's say. So. Maybe it's rat poisoning. Weren't you on a team last season, but not this season? Were you not able to find one? Yeah, it wasn't on other servers, don't have time. Fair enough. What are both teams' records? I know that Big Nord is winless. They had 1 win, but they had an illegal sub doing it, so it didn't count. And then I want to say WTF has 4 wins, I want to say? I don't know. Feel free to look up on the Beer League website if you want to know the exact records, but although even those records are not quite right because it can't account for bro is not illegal. What do you mean? You guys they used a sub that wasn't even rated. You can't do that. No, true. True, though. They're trying to hold Nord down. You gotta cheat to compete. Trying to bait for the gank here, but Lee Sin is here as well, and this should go well here for WTF. Kind of surprised Scott Pilgrim didn't fire the ulti already. He's okay. I mean, they end up getting him, but so you DQ them? It was just the first week, I guess, week 1. So they won, but they used an illegal sub, so I guess they avoided the win, but the since then they've lost every week since then, unfortunately. So. I didn't make the decision. I'm not one of the commissioners. I just stream the games. So I don't know. I personally would have probably led off with like, don't let him do that shit again. Like, it's so easy to get raided and follow the rules. Yeah. No, I agree. If it were me, I probably would have been like, don't do that shit again, or we'll forfeit your win, you know. But I know we have a lot of new captains, new teams, so there's some inadvertent rule breaking. Well, a pretty close game. About 500 gold lead here for WTF. Slimes has indeed been here forever, but Slimes is also a maverick. He kind of does what he wants, for better or worse. Boygrim's going to go ahead and go down to Team NORD. Managed to get all three. No, the captains both agreed that the sub they picked could play, but it's not up to them. So they had an agreement. That's why it took a few days before the commissioners realized what happened. So they thought they were good, but no. And Lee Sin's gonna go ahead and solo dragon. Now he's gonna look for a dive here on the bot lane. They should both go down here, I would imagine. And indeed they will. Tough. Should have been a replay. Oh god. We have a hard time getting people to show up for games once, let alone twice. I don't know, rules. Ask questions. No. I'm not going to cry any tears over it because, you know, NORD hasn't won a game since then, so it's not like that one game was going to, you know, massively change their fortunes or whatever, right? Plus the fact that the one series they won was the one with the illegal sub just kind of makes it make more sense to not let the win count, you know? A re-slammer at Discord for 30 minutes? Oh god, even I don't want to listen to that. Lee Sin's gonna get caught out of it here, but does he actually gonna go down? He is. I think in a league that was a little bit less structured, the way they handled it would have probably been fine. But you know, we have the whole rating system for a reason, you know. So you can't have people going outside of it, even if it's seemingly fair, you know. Scott Pilgrim gonna go ahead and do a dive, flash dive out at the top lane, gonna get another kill on Cho'Gath, and now a fight's gonna break out here in the jungle. Malka's gonna go down, and now the rest of his team has to flee. Ooh, Aurelion Sol gets hit by the Vigar stun, and now he's gonna have to try to turn, but the exhaust comes out from the Yuumi. Not enough damage to finish anybody off, and A-Sol completely out of the fight. Yeah, Cho'Gath is, wait, did he TP and die again? What happened? Oh my... What the... Oh. Oh my... Maybe he really is lagging. Oh my goodness. Sheesh. I didn't even see that the first time. Oh my goodness. Damn, Snyder Slime's kind of looking like me on Rumble. Holy cow. I think 900 Slimes is actually probably the highest rated player on this team. But he's known to be a bit of a psycho. So, you know, take from that what you will. About a 4K gold lead here for WTF here in the early game. He's the highest on his team. I think so, yeah, or close to it. I'm not super familiar with Big NORD, but I know he's like a 4.5, I think. I also feel like this is probably a really bad matchup for Cho'Gath. It has to be, right? Like, I don't know what Cho'Gath's supposed to do against Urgot, but still shouldn't be running it down. No, he's not Masters. He's like Emerald. Ooh. Not quite able to land the Q, and now Maokai is here. I don't know if they have the damage to actually win this fight, though. And the Urgot ult manages to somehow land on the Cho'Gath through the Maokai. And now that's going to be a kill, and Urgot's going to turn on the Maokai as well. Does he have the damage to finish him off? Yes, he does. That will be a double kill. Yeah, rat poisoning, don't listen to anything Eric29 says, or 29,000 or whatever. The dude is a troll through and through. Oh, I don't know why it's following down in the bot lane, or following in the top lane. There's fights happening down here. Yeah, I mean, they're far enough ahead they could just YOLO onto the Aphelios and win. Tough. I would say even without the 5 deaths, it's pretty bad, Eric. He's down 60 CS at 14 minutes. That's tough. He's down 3K gold already. Whew. Little bit of a top gap so far this game. And yeah, I have a feeling this game might end up being pretty short. Ignore the gold, ignore the deaths, ignore the CS. Is it really that bad? There you go. What are we even banning, by the way? Yeah, I found their bans very questionable during draft. Cho'Gath is going to be able to get an objective bounty in top lane, but now he's about to get run down by the Zeri almost certainly, right? Yep. Rest in peace, 900 slimes. Cho'Gath comes first in the alphabet. There you go. And if you're going by alphabetical order, then NORD is definitely winning. They got Aphelios and Aurelion Soul, and they got. Look at all these late letters: Veigar, Zeri, Yuumi. Ugh. The only champion they even have in the first half of the alphabet is fucking Lee Sin. So clearly, much better team if you go by alphabetical order. Gonna go for a gank here on the. Ooh, nice juke by Speed Demon Kage, and he's gonna go ahead and turn and kill the Aurelion Soul, but he will die here in return. He should shut down for the Aphelios. And you don't want any more than that. If you take fights as NORD at this point, they're short and sweet. You're not going to win a full-on fight. It's just not going to happen. Maybe once Aphelios has 3 items, but we're 2 items away. So
it's just you and me.
and it's not inconceivable that NORD wins this game. Aphelios and Aurelion Soul are both going to scale incredibly hard, but it's going to take a while. Like, I only need another 15 minutes minimum, so good luck with that. Ooh, the Thresh Hook somehow misses the Lee Sin. He's able to get away to safety, and now the fight's breaking out. Aphelios gets another shutdown, 800 gold this time. Urgot is here, however, and he is super duper strong, so they kind of need to back off from him. It's in fact inconceivable. Well said. Well said. Ooh. Tries this. Oh! He's afraid of getting viral, I guess. Fair enough. 9k gold lead for WTF already, plus feats of strength. Or although Yumi not gonna benefit from the feats of strength. Tough. Imagine all those free stats you're missing. Honestly, like if you get feats of strength, is it worth it to go the upgraded cooldown boots on Yumi? Like 25 ability haste for 1400 gold, is that worth it? What does chat think? I could see it, honestly. You'd probably sell it later, but... And 25 ability haste and lower cooldowns on your summoners for 1400 gold? That seems pretty good, right? What do you mean, can the caster do math? That's 1400 gold. It's 900 gold for the it's 900 gold for the cooldown boots and 500 for the upgrade. I mean, yeah, wasted MS most of the time. I think there are times you have to pop off though and like clear wards and stuff. I don't know. I don't think it's probably not that bad. Probably not amazing, but I don't know. It's just thoughts. CDR boots are 900, right? I'm pretty sure. It's not a math question. It's a question of value. I don't know. I could see 25 ability haste and lower some cooldowns for Yumi being worth 1400 gold. I could see it. Stop saying numbers. You stop saying numbers. Take that. Probably just bought the haste on a different item. That's true. 25 ability haste is a lot. I bet a fight's gonna break out here. This will probably be a good fight for, well, it might be anyway. No, Zeri's gonna be here, and yeah, that's gonna be the end of happy fun time for Team NORD here. That would have been probably been a good fight if they weren't 10k gold behind. Just saying 5 glowing most is cheaper. Is it really? 200? 1250 instead of 1400. Yeah, but you don't have the inventory space for them. And you don't get the summoner cooldowns either. I don't know, I feel like if you have, since you go double combat sums on Yumi, getting them both on a lower cooldown could be high value, but no. Can we make it acceptable in Beer Lake to forfeit? No. It's funny, I think the last team to forfeit was the first team I was on. We did it twice. Well, I know one time we were getting completely clapped by Perrowan's team, and someone started an FF vote, and we all just like collectively pressed yes at the same time without even talking about it, because we were just getting absolutely shit stomped. And then another time we did it when we weren't supposed to, and we got yelled at by the commissioners. So, oops. That was a long time ago. I blame Fusro, to be honest. He was the captain back then, so. Ooh. Nice pick here on Lee Sin, but do they actually have the damage to kill him? It's not looking good. And now Zeri's going to go ahead and go crazy. Twisted their rules. The commissioners yelled at us for messing up bans. Yeah. I've been told I'm not allowed to give teams their bans anymore if they have a sub.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I know, I saw you guys gave the bans to, who did you guys play? I think it was it Pyroan's team? They were supposed to lose bans, right? Because they had a sub? Nobody follows rules. It's from week 1? Oh, okay. I don't know. And yeah, it's looking like that's going to be game here. Barring something unexpected. We just said ban barred. Oh, okay. Got it. I see. I mean, no. Nope, no chance. If you pick a scaling comp, you can't lose 23 minutes. Tough. All right, and that will be game 1 over to WTF. We'll see if the, hopefully game 2 will not look quite as ugly. The no ban should be no ban. Yeah, I feel you, Dakota. I feel you. Gotta keep y'all rowdy mofos in line. It's the truth. It is the truth. We handshook giving bans because both teams had a sub in like week 2 or 3. And normally that's how I've kind of been doing it. Or like, normally if like the other team would agree to play at a time when my team was available and they had to sub, I would just give them their ban back because it's like, people don't like having to sub. And it was just kind of do them a solid. It's like, all right, if you agree to play on the date that my team is ready, we won't penalize you for the won't penalize you for the sub, but I was told not to do that anymore. Ban them, hit them with it. Close the goddamn stream. Tough. Tough. Dakota ain't fucking around. Does nobody read the rules? I don't read the rules, that's for sure. I just get told when I did something wrong. All right. Should give the other team an extra ban. Where the hose at? Why is Beer League official speaking? Because I do what I want. Hey, Slamrai Flex. With you? Ew. Master player since when? Oh shit, don't make Dakota mad. Well, since Rihi boosted you in Flex? Ah, okay. Oh, you got Masters and Flex, and then you decayed out because you didn't keep playing. Shame. All right, we're into the draft for game 2. Teams have switched sides. Hell yeah. Wait, why did he ban Mr. H Teaches? I thought he would ban Eric. Oh shit. Oh, now both Air 29s have been banned. I've been timed out in Twitch chat this season. That's tough. NORD looking like they're doing basically the same 3 bans. Actually, no, they added Soraka. What was the other ban last game? It was, I don't even remember. Well, upside, WTF can't go Zerayumi again, so that's something. And this will be Swain first pick for WTF. Could flex that a few different places. I tried to threaten Rihi in chat once, but it didn't work because you can't ban another mod. It's going to be the Aatrox for NORD. What's the point of picking red set if you're going to pick Aatrox, if you're going to pick top lane this early? Oh god, you did it again? Oh no! Is this an audiobook or a league tourney? A little both. Gotta do something. Or waiting for the game. Now, I am not a member of Team NORD. I don't know what's going on inside their locker room, but I suspect there may be some upsetty spaghetti discord in there, because picking top this early on red side is weird. Audio recordings of Slamurai. Reading Dr. Seuss books. Full version of Slamfry's hate for Sunfire? Oh god. Well, I mean, the team that built Sunfire last game lost, so you know there is justice in the universe. It's definitely the only reason they lost, because he built Sunfire. Or do you believe the Earth is flat? Is that true? Oh, definitely. That's why it takes so long to fly to China, is because you got to fly all the way across the other side of the planet. The Earth revolves around Sunfire. Oh, God. Big Norn going for a bit of a wild comp already. I guess this is a Karthus jungle. Saving the ADC for last pick. It could be a Karthus bot lane too. Although Blitzcrank is a weird champion to pick with a Karthus if that's the case. What am I eating? I'm not eating nothing. Might just be Moonstone Supremacy. Space isn't real. True. I'm really glad Erica is not my mom. That would be wild. That'd be too much. That swastika tattoo? Oh, Jesus. Last pick Ash in the beer league. You saw here first. That is one of the choices of all time. So it'll be Aatrox versus Pantheon top, I assume. I guess it could theoretically be Shaco top, but I'm assuming it is Pantheon top. Actually, no. Scott Pilgrims is a Shaco top player, isn't it? It probably is Shaco top then. I believe I have heard tale of him playing Shaco top. So we'll see once we get into the game. Wasted Orin ban. Yeah, there was a lot of wasted bans, I think. $900 Slimes tried to move over to play on Team WTF, but they kicked him out because they didn't want him. Tough. Shaco gets Karthus versus Karthus with Victor. Those are indeed words. NORD already fucked up their ban order, so we're gonna yell at them. I guess, does it really matter what order you ban stuff in the actual draft, as long as the same five or the right 5 bans are there? I don't know if it really matters, but classic NORD. Doesn't everyone just click the draft lol? So in my, I don't know how various teams do it, but not banners so much would prefer them stick to it, but NORD can't be contained. No, they definitely cannot. We're lucky we get them to show up to the games. Yeah, usually everyone has a draft lol open, but once we get into the actual champ select, I will put, at least for my team, I will put the bans in the chat so people know, because since one person has to ban, or each person has to do one ban now instead of just the top laner doing them all. As long as the bans themselves are correct, it's fine, I guess. Well, so much for that idea. Oh my god. NORD is out of control. I usually go look at the draft lol link anyway, because seeing how the draft played out tells you more than just looking at the match history. So oh yeah, I guess you guys can't see what they actually banned, because they banned Heimerdinger instead of Nautilus. Damn, 21 viewers on a Wednesday night. All right. And it is indeed the Shaco lining up in the top lane, so we're going to get to see some Shaco top action from Scott Pilgrims. Presumably AP. I can't remember the last time I saw a top lane Shaco build AD. Although it probably would be better than AP in some matchups. Has Riot ever come out and said why they made Kaisa sound like Lara Croft? Like, they gave her this really obvious British accent, and I don't know why. I guess they give different characters different accents because they just feel like it. Like Fiora has a French accent for some reason. I thought it was definitely never crossed my mind. When you hear Kaisa's voice clips pretty often, it's very noticeable. Yeah, she just is very, very noticeable British accent. Uh-oh. Alright, we'll go ahead and get into it shortly. Y'all think Tupac was a Russian spy? That's an interesting theory, I'll give you that. Sure, why not? Vice Washboard Lida is now banned from this channel. Was that a bot? I didn't even see what they said. I assume it was a bot. No, but Santa Claus is. Oh, Santa Claus is a Russian spy? I mean, Nicholas, it is kind of a Russian name. Saint Nikolai. So there you go. Oh, they did a little bit of a role swap. It's going to be 900 Slimes in the jungle and Steven Shett in the top lane. Okay. Interesting.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
That boy Mr. H teaches too hard. Eh. I mean, when I did it to Eric, I only timed him out once, and only because he asked me to. Gonna be Ignite for the Victor mid lane. Interesting. I guess it kind of makes sense against the Swain, but I don't know. I feel like you don't want to get trapped in lane with no mana as a mage. Would prefer TP. As far as sums go, everything looks pretty standard. I know that a lot Swains usually go Conqueror, but I honestly prefer Electrocute when I play Swain. It kind of gives you a nice little bit of extra burst. And then you can go Ultimate Hunter as well. So I assume he has Ultimate Hunter. Yes. Beyond that, everything else looks pretty standard. Except for Grasp on Aatrox, that's definitely different. Wonder if he meant to do that. Early invade here by Hero Stratos is going to go into the enemy top side. Now he was seen by this ward. We'll see how Niner Slams decides to respond to this invade. A lot of early vision here for NORD. They know exactly where everything's going, so Arthur's just going to move over. That's fine. You have a lot more tempo than Pantheon, because Pantheon has to walk a lot farther. Karthus finishes a
Lead our way.
6 camp clear in just a little over 3 minutes. So it's a little bit faster if you just go across the river and... Not hard enough. Damn. PP's delivery service. He's bloodthirsty.
The time of man has come to an end.
Ooh. Go ahead and hook the Alistar, which you probably... Ooh, Alistar's going to go ahead and knock Blitzcrank into the tower, but only ends up taking 1 tower shot, and that's not worth it. That's going to be a first blood over to the Ashe. Karthus here as well, since he's got nothing better to do at the moment. Might as well come steal some of your laner's farm, why not? Gank coming in here in the mid lane. Victor a little slow in the reaction, although it was a good gank angle, good gank angle by Pantheon. And I think kind of splitting their clears like this actually works in WTF's favor, because Pantheon going over to the enemy jungle is a lot less dangerous than Karthus doing the same, right? So, oh, yeah, Victor getting a little too cute trying to pressure. Well, actually, no, he's going to get out of that. Okay. Although Kyle probably wishes he has TP. He had TP right about now, but alas. I feel like Niners last place as well. He should just win, you would think. Although not if Swain comes to help. Wow, that he actually hit Karthus somehow. I think you just need to accept you're going to die and try to trade. It actually would be better if he died here so that Alistar doesn't knock you away. There we go. Can he finish the kill? No. Not be able to secure the kill. Honestly, a little cowardly by Victor. Probably could have gotten that kill there if he had gone on the Swain. He had enough mana for Q and he got Ignite. Use it. Your setup is it bot lane? Oh, you'd argue against that? Yeah, I mean, I think that in terms of ganking, yes, I agree, but I think that it's much more dangerous for a Karthus to invade than it is for a... Okay, Steven, buddy, come on. It's much more dangerous for a Karthus to invade than a Pantheon, because Pantheon's a much better duelist, right? But yeah, Steven Chet's kind of getting the AP Shaco top treatment at the moment, and ooh, just wow. Okay, that's crazy that he wins that. Oh my goodness. I'm shocked he lives that. I guess, is that what Pink Ward's life is like? Sometimes, yeah. Alright, he's gonna go ahead and solo Dragon while all that is happening. It's crazy that Aatrox comes away from that play with a win. But that's the problem with AP Shaco, is that once you don't have any abilities left, you don't do any damage. And Aatrox did a good job of standing his ground, because if he had turned away to try to kite a little bit more, he would have taken more damage from backstab. So it almost certainly would have died. So, you know, a little bit troll early on, but after that, well played to Steven Chet. Big CS lead for him as well. Scott Pilgrim's not looking quite as dominant as he did last game. I'm gonna go for another gank here in the mid, and that should be a kill here, almost certainly. Yep, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know why Scott Pilgrim didn't just pick Gangplank. I know that's one of his best champions, and they left it open again, but he's opted not to pick it for reasons unknown. This is going to be Feat of Warfare going over to NORD. Pantheon going to go ahead and look to ult top lane. Ult's a little bit behind Aatrox, so that should be enough. Oh, plus plus the Swain tacking on for good measure. I think after game 1, they're just playing things they want to play. That's how you end up losing the series. If you win game 1 and then troll game 2, that's how you end up losing. But I heard Slime's able to swoop in and steal that grub, and then Pantheon is going to go down here. I heard Slime's having a much better game this time around. And they should be able to get all 3 grubs here. Cho'Gath would be really sad about the state of NA Emerald. Hey man, that's just top lane for you sometimes. You mental boom and you run it down. Even I do that sometimes, and I'm fucking Masters top lane, so it just happens sometimes. Already, one more objective and one more jungle objective, and NORD will have feat strength. Who's gonna save the NA Emerald game? I'm playing a lot of games in NA Emerald lately. It is a shit show. -1. Tough. This is kind of the problem with AP Shake on top, is that your only real play is to bait the enemy into your box. If they just don't do that, you just lose to champs that actually scale, so. I like the camera really wants to watch this top lane play for some reason. Fasting Cho'Gath could probably work in Emerald. I think I'm going to look for a lane gank here in the bot lane. No wards here in the bushes, so... Although, it's going to be hard for him to get any closer at the moment. Pantheon opts to give up on the gank for now. I don't know if Leximity has actually used his Ignite so far this game, which is not great, because it has a 2.5 minute cooldown. Could have used it 3 times by now. Seeing a lot of cast comp players that think fasting everything works in Emerald. Yeah. I mean, it's basically just like having a second support, right? I know there was a streamer who got in trouble because he played Pike top and you would intentionally never get any CS. Hold on. Hold that thought for a second. Whoa! Pantheon's gonna ult top, and now Aatrox is gonna run away. If you can make it to this wall, I think you'll be okay. Nope, that's gonna be the flash over the wall by Pantheon. Make sure he does not escape. He hasn't needed to use Ignite. Why would he waste it? There's been at least one time where he could have used Ignite. And honestly, even using Ignite, like, look how much damage this does. Even using it just to pressure your opponent off the wave can be worth it sometimes. Like 250 true damage, 250 true damage. Pretty close game in terms of gold, about a 300 goal lead here for NORD. And they're going indeed for this dragon, and that will be feats of strength over for NORD. Very fast feats of strength. This game only took 11 minutes. Well, 12 minutes, but first item's starting to come in. No, sorry, I was talking about there was a streamer who was playing Pike top, and it was like his goal, like see how far he could. He was like a challenger Pike player, and his goal was to see how far he could climb, playing Pike top while not getting any CS. So he would like intentionally never get CS. And if someone tried to use the support item near him, he would flash away to make sure they didn't share the CS with him. And he got banned by Riot for doing that. So, which I found kind of funny, because 100% deserved. Like, I don't care if you can make it to Emerald playing 0 CS Pike top. Like, bro, like, you're not. If you want a self-imposed challenge, go play a single-player game.
Turret plate will fall soon.
I'm surprised I haven't really seen the Blitzcrank roaming more, but I guess Kai'Sa, Alistar is a scary lane to leave your ADC in 1v2. Plus, I'm not sure how familiar Lelouch is with roaming. We know she did play Yuumi last game, so I don't know if she's normally a Yuumi main, but when you're used to kind of Enchantress playstyle, roaming might not come naturally to you. Gold leads across the board, pretty even. A bit of a gold lead in top, that's about it. Whoa! I think they're going to go for the flash. Still has not used that ignite, by the way. I'm just saying, this guy's got 248 health. Ignite does 300 true damage. Like, use the ignite, Leximity. It's almost 15 minutes. You have not pressed D on your keyboard. And that was a crazy flash by Sudu Kage. I will give him that. That was a crazy flash, but Leximity, please use your ignite. Please, I'm begging you. Ignite a minion, for all I care. I mean, have you guys around back when you could ignite minions? Why Riot ever thought that was a good idea, but I don't know. Uh-oh.
A summoner has
Oh, hold on. They're paused. All good. We could take this time to shit talk Samurai Jack. That's tough. Hashtag Samurai Jack's biggest hater. Hashtag crank and spank. Damn. Neither of his slimes does not care for me. My goodness. I'm just hyping about the ignite because it's like if you're gonna take a combat summoner mid, you need to actually use it to get something out of it. Otherwise, you're just playing with one summoner. And yet he has Celestial Insight as well, so he could have literally used this like 6 times by now, but he's just not using it. What did I do? Hell if I know. No idea. He can't be your biggest hater. That is true. That is true. Eric29 exists, so he and fuck this. I'm watching Queso. It's been a while since we've had a pause in a beer league game. It's actually been kind of nice. Hopefully, okay, Scott Pilgrim has reconnected by the looks of it, so hopefully we'll be able to get going here soon. Dear Eric in chat, 1v1 me. Says, what's up, Doe? Apparently, Eric, you have someone who wants to 1v1 you. Hold one, I need to get some popcorn. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Back to the action. Very close game. About 800, just about 800 goal lead here for NORD, plus the feats of strength, obviously. And little freeze here. This usually happens after pauses. Hopefully it'll undo it. They really gave Ashe kind of the woad Raider kind of look, didn't they? My goodness. Yeah, he's my favorite announcer. All right. People hovering around mid lane. It's actually kind of amazing that Victor only has 1 death with how much he's been ganked this game. Now going to be a gank in the other direction. Swainult's going to come out, and he finally used the ignite! He did it! He pressed D! PogChamp. And then Pantheon's going to try to come in here, but he's a little too late. Wow, and the Victor still lives. Oh my goodness. Nope. Finally ends up going down. That'll be a 4-for-1 in favor of Big NORD. Big NORD? Is it big? It's just NORD, right? Is there Big NORD? I don't fucking know. When he needed it! True. He ignited the ulting Swain, who got 1 shot. Thank God. Gold lead up to about 3K now for NORD. That was a big fight for them. Let's go sports! Woo! Surprised you're on. So Simon Amos is in the lane over there. WTF is going to go ahead and move in on this dragon. Be a little bit careful. Karthus is here. Shaco is here. Aatrox is just pushing down top lane, so he doesn't have TP, so NORD needs to be careful. They are down a guy here, but if they fight it well, it might not matter. Indeed, it is working well so far. So even though they're down, they are gonna go. Oh, wow, look at that! Look at that non-existent Shaco damage, and that's gonna be a 5-for-1 in favor of Big NORD, even without their top laner. So yeah, this game might be slipping away. Shaco 1v9. Woo! What's up, Bernie? What do you think about Shaco top, Bernie? Is it troll? Would you ever play it in Beard League? Bit troll. I know that there's a lot of people who insist that it's good, like Pink Ward, and having played against Pink Ward a few times myself, I don't see it. Like, literally all it does is bait people into boxes and get cheesy kills. As long as you don't fall for that, it doesn't do anything. But apparently that's good enough for Pink Ward to get Masters, because League players are fucking stupid. Fight gonna break out here. Kaisa gonna end up going down. The Ignite coming out from the Victor again, securing the kill on the Kaisa. And Pantheon's gonna go ahead and ult into the mid lane and get the kill on Ashe. Ooh, very nice hook by the Blitzcrank to pull Pantheon into the tower, and he will survive for now. Now Swain is very dead. And he's going to go down here, and Aatrox is eager to finally have somebody who can fight instead of this stupid Shaco. So he's going to run in there, but not able to get anyone. Being 3-for-1 in favor of NORD. Up to us. About a 6K gold lead for them. Karthus gonna be able to get out of here? Look, just watch it sway in the base. Ooh. Nice flash Q by Alistar, but no ulti, so it goes down pretty fast. And now Pantheon is gonna have to try to escape. Gets hit, not gonna be able to though, gets hit by the hook, although Pantheon, ooh, not able to turn the kill either, so he's gonna go down. Now that's going to go ahead and start Otacon here, although Swain can probably stop this, especially if he has help from the Shaco. So he's going to go ahead and TP in, and Nord's going to go ahead and back off of this objective for the time being. And now Aatrox is here. A lot of TPs happening. I'm not sure how Ashe ended up over here and dead, but she is in fact dead. Scott Pilgrim going to try to escape, but can't escape the Karthus ulti, so it's going to go down. 7.5k gold lead now for Nord. They're going to start up the Otacon again. No jungler here for them, though. Pantheon ulti not quite up for another... Not quite up yet, still needs about 10 seconds. And WTF trying to get in there, but they are down in numbers. Blitzcrank trying a little too hard to kind of pressure him off there and ends up going down, and now Pantheon's going to let him ult on the backline here. Not quite able to get Victor, though, unfortunately. However, the front line here is going to get separated from the team, and Luchstrike walks right into that Victor laser and is very dead. And yeah, Kaisa kind of just being annoying. Whoa, whoa! Very aggressive approach by Ashe, and she's going to pay for it. Oh my goodness. What's up, Doe? Indeed. That'd be a nice gank here by Shaco. Ignite coming out, but he might live anyway thanks to the Q shield. Oh, indeed he I don't think he needed to do that, but that was kind of wild to watch. I think he would have lived. Yeah, I think the Q would have been enough to save him anyway, right? Maybe not. Okay, maybe, I guess, yeah, I would have done a lot of 425. Yeah, okay, Blitz did need to do that. So, okay. Blitz with the flash, lock it to save his mid laner. Fair enough. Oop. Ult gonna come in. Not quite enough to one-shot the Shaco, at least not yet. Ooh. Hook on the Alistar. Now they're gonna try to get him out of there, but no. It will not happen. Nice Ashe ulti on the Pantheon. He will go down here, and that should secure a third dragon here for Nord.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Gold lead has closed a little bit, but Nord still very much in the driver's seat of this game. Glad to see the Darksteel on the Karthus jungle. It's a very low risk playstyle, right? You might as well try to get that extra AP. You know, if you manage to fully stack a Darksteel, that's an extra 55 AP on 350 gold item. That's pretty good. Now will be the Otacon over to Nord.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Herostrado's going a little too far forward, I think. Has to be careful.
You cannot escape.
They're trying to talk him into going on the Karthus here, but I don't know if you want that smoke. Now a fight's gonna break out here. Whoa, did he try to... Hold on. What did you just do, Mr. Donor? I have to back up and see it. They're backing up, okay, and they're flanking, and Ashe is taking a flanking position again, which is weird because she's an Ashe. And then they're gonna go ahead and kind of get... Blitzer's gonna go ahead and call her. Does land the hook on the Shaco and not able to get his ulti off. He's gonna go, or didn't have an ulti. He's gonna end up going down. Now the fight's gonna break out. Aatrox here in the front doing what Aatrox does. Triple kill for the Karthus. He's dead, but he loses his stacks, but he gets them all right back. This should be a Barret here for NORD. I don't see any way Alistair realistically stops him here. Although, he might be able to use Summoner Spellbook to get into the pit and steal it with Smite, but that's kind of hard to think of in the heat of the moment because they don't have a Smite here. But alas, it does not happen. It will be Baron over to Big NORD, up to a 9k gold lead again. Time for them to close out this game. Axiom Arcanist, you know, I feel like this rune is really overrated. Like, even on a Karthus, I feel like this rune barely does anything, you know? But I don't know. I think people... The cooldown reduction is decent, but... Yeah, I don't know. 786, like, 786 damage, like cut down would do way less than... Like, any of the coup de grace or cut down or last stand would do way more damage than Axiom Arcanist at this point in the game. So, I don't know. It just seems not very good. What's not very good, however, as well, is the three picks that they just got against them, and they're going to go ahead and push with Baron here.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh. Has to flash over the wall to escape. Didn't a little uncomfortable there. Eurostra's going to look. They're going to go in on the Karthus. And he has no real teammates around, so he's going to pop the ulti, but I don't know how much it's going to do. Wow, it actually killed the Kai'Sa even through the barrier. Woo! Sheesh! Aatrox's going to go ahead here. What did I tune into? Zanya Snark, if you are reading Twitch chat. Yeah. Skull God has an affinity hit, though. Also, you should not be reading Twitch chat. Also, I have a feeling this game is probably over in real time, but we shall see. Ooh, Victor's gonna end up going down here. That's a nice shutdown over to the Kai'Sa. And Ashe just needs to get in there to auto attack, and she's playing really far back, which is weird because she has been positioning very aggressively all game. He's gonna get caught out there though. Eye slam. Hello.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Strato's gonna go ahead and look at that healing. My goodness, that will be a dead Pantheon. Thanks for casting, of course. I enjoy casting. It's fun. It's nice to see teams win because it's nice to see some teams win because I don't really get to see that in my games that I've been playing in Beer League. So, I mean, I guess I see the other team win a lot. So, you know what I mean. That will be Dragon Soul over for NORD. Ocean Soul. Kai'Sa just gonna run up forward on the Victor. That is very hazardous to your health. I would not have done that. Ooh, gonna go for the hook. Gonna land on the Swain. Swain knows Zanya, so he's probably gonna go down here. Although they're doing a good job getting him out, and the ignite from the Victor comes out once again and takes down the Swain. Okay, he didn't use it the first 15 minutes, but he's been getting a lot of value since then. And yeah, those 2 picks should be enough for NORD to end the game here, I would imagine. And indeed it will be, so after a very, very rough game 1, they come back and have an equally dominant game 2 in the other direction, so well played to NORD. Much better game from 900 Slimes this time around. Did not, in fact, run it down like last time. And yeah. All right. All right, and while we are, let's see, did they switch sides again? Yep, of course they did. Ugh. All right, we'll go ahead and get into the draft for game 3. Switch sides are switching back. We'll go ahead and get the. There we go, so we can see all the bands. Is NORD going to ban the same 3 champs again? WTF knows exactly what they want to ban. They ban that Gwen instantly. Whew. And Mercenary Wolf, that was an item we did not see last game. Not one stinky Sunfire Cape amongst both teams. So proud. Does anybody else watch the stream on mute? That's a good idea. I should try that. It's gonna be the MF lot first pick in for NORD. Yeah, NORD is very interesting drafts. I will give them that. They do not care what the prevailing philosophy for drafting is. They just pick it. They pick stuff right away. It's the only way I can watch. Fucking CR, man. CR boys, they're no good. Didn't you miss the chill vibes music or whatever? I mean, you could just listen to the music yourself in a YouTube video as well, if you want. Thoughts on Fearless draft after playing plenty of Sears with it? Does it improve the B-League experience? Yeah. I like Fearless. The only part about it that I don't like is that it makes the bands kind of stale. Because it seems like everyone just runs back the same three bands every time. during Fearless because you just ban the stuff you're just not willing to ever let them have. I wouldn't mind like if we had if we were gonna do Fearless. I don't know if this is really feasible at all, but it'd be cool to do like if we're gonna do Fearless, have it be like 2 bans in the first round and then 1 ban in the second round, so that you don't. So you can't just ban out like your opponent's 3 best champs every single game, you know? But I have no idea it would be possible to have a system set up like that. And that's just my personal opinion. I think the way it is fine. It's just 5 bans seems like a lot when you also have shrinking champion pools after each game. I'm just salty Morg's always banned. I mean, a little bit. Especially now that other people in the beer league are playing it now and I don't get to play it anymore. Gay 5 Iron Man drafts. Oh, Jesus. Different champs selected. Yeah, I like Fearless more than non-Fearless. So, I don't think we should go back. For sure. I just think the bans are really stale in Fearless, unfortunately. I will say the Fearless format does hurt some players a lot more than others. I know Vixperion has been having a really hard time because his champ pool is not that big, and it kind of overlaps with a lot of other mid laners. There have been multiple times this season where we just kind of be like, well, we have to pick something, you know? So sometimes it could be if players only have like 2 or 3 champions, they're comfortable on it. They tend to struggle in the Fearless format. Or Slamurai a lot. I do fine. You know, they ban on Morgana almost every series last season, and we still won it. So, you know, it's fine. I like the Morgana, but I'll live. They're going to counter-pick the Malphite with the Mordekaiser. So, ooh. They probably predicted it would be Trundle top, but alas, it is not. Mickey Mouse Championship. Fearless format led to Slamurai Rumble. Hell no. I picked Rumble because I've been practicing the fuck out of it, and I wanted a blind pick for Beer League. I just ran it down that game because I'm bad. All right, and I am really hungry, so I'm going to go. While we wait here, I'm going to go put some ramen in the microwave. So I will be back. Why do you think this game is unwinnable for NORD? Because of the Malphite? And the Mordekaiser? I mean, that'll suck, but I actually think the brand will be great value. Malphite ain't shit. Malphite ain't shit indeed. Zin cannot play the game? You think so? Yeah, I mean, they are a bit anti-dive, aren't they? Well, we'll see. I mean, maybe 900 Slams just runs it down again. You never know. I don't even feel bad about saying that because he flamed me earlier. I do think this MF has a lot of potential. They can keep, as long as they can keep the fight in front of them, especially with the brand comboing up. Oh yeah, I guess 900 Slams is on NORD, isn't he? Never mind. I forgot. Oops. Yeah, so is 900 Slimes playing Malphite? No, he's got to be playing Zinza, right? I doubt they put him on top Malphite against the Mordekaiser, but we'll see. You know what? Big brain play. Swap out Malphite for bot lane. Put Tom Kench top. That's gotta be a better matchup against Mordekaiser, right? It's probably still not amazing, but it's better than fucking Malphite. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Tell them Malphite was a placeholder. There you go. We said Malphite, but we actually meant was something that counters Mordekaiser. Don't know what exactly. I haven't figured that part out yet. Yeah, it will be 900 Slimes in the top lane on the Malphite. So we wish him the best. Good luck. You're gonna need it. He is indeed not going AP. Looks somebody's still standing in the fountain here. Now he's going.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Looks like we're gonna get a level 1 invade here by WTF, and they're gonna find Tom Kench here. They can secure the kill. Yes, they can. And that will be first blood over to the Jinx.
Minions have spawned.
Okay. Now that shenanigans are over, I'm gonna go get my ramen out of the microwave. Please don't have a huge 5v5 team fight in the next 30 seconds. I'm gone? Somebody died already? My goodness. I guess they had an early all-in the bot lane? Or no, they had the invade. That's right. Never mind. I forgot they killed Tom Kench during the invade. Okay. That's right. I remember now. What's up, though? Gonna do... Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay, they swapped from ADC to jungle. They're doing a lot of moving around. This series, my goodness. I remember. Both top laners opting for the conservative early build, which is interesting. Both going for D-Shield instead of D-Ring. Don't look bot jungle. Yeah, so I appear to see some shenanigans going on. The WTF jungler. Looks like a very rough start for Zinza. Only 3 camps in so far. Did he get forced out of his bot side jungle? Is that what happened? I'm assuming that's what went down. I don't know, I don't really pay attention to junglers, that's why I die to gank so often. They invaded red? Did they? I mean, yeah, I saw that part. But I don't understand why Zinzao was so far behind after all that. NORD invaded. Oh. I see. I don't know, I'm not paying attention. Also, I don't trust anything that Eric says, so. Sup, Stone? NORD invaded, got sent home. Ah, I see. That makes sense. A failed invade, that wastes a lot of time. This is interesting. Crystalline Bracer, first item for Malphite. Please, God, tell me he is not going Heartsteel Malphite. Please, please, I beg of thee, tell me that he is not doing this. It's gonna be a gank here in the mid lane. Not quite enough damage to kill the Galio. Nice jukes by Niner. His Slimes, they will actually come out ahead in that trade. And far from me to tell Scott Pilgrims how to play because I'm bad, but should probably try and be using his W to absorb some of this Q poke from Malphite. It's better than just healing afterwards. A huge CS lead already for the Trundle, up 4-6 camps. My goodness. Looking for a gank here in the bot lane. But they should be able to escape. Top lane's not going to be so lucky. A very nice death run placement for Scott Pilgrim there, and Malphite just has to try his best to stall, but it will not be enough. Tough. True. Need Warden's Mail against Mordekaiser. Good thinking. Big early lead for WTF already, 1.5K. And it looks like he is indeed going Heartsteel Malphite against Mordekaiser. So, anyone want to put your predictions on how this game is going to end? I have a feeling it's probably not going to be a NORD victory, but who knows? We'll keep watching. Now if I move it over to do the grubs by... Oh no, he's got the jungler with him, but... Trundle is here, and Malphite's actually in the bot lane. Ooh. Flash to avoid the Galley ulti, but I think they're still going to end up being in trouble here. Well, actually, Brand comes in. He does a lot of damage, but not quite able to actually finish anybody off. He doesn't eventually get in one, but his bot lane is not here, and he's going to have to bail. Sure, yeah, that Heartsteel is great into more Trundle and Jinx. Oh, definitely. Hey, 3 melee champions, right? More Trundle Galio, Heartsteel maxing. Mm-hmm. It's pretty OP, I'm pretty sure. swallow Mordekaiser under the tower. Mord's gonna have to flash to escape this. That was a nice play by Tom Kench. Now can they actually turn? Mord's gonna go ahead and get the combo and the ulti on the MF. MF, no summoners, or no summoners left, so she's gonna end up going down. Well played by Scott Pilgrim on the Mordekaiser turn, being caught into they overchased and end up getting a double kill. Malphite's going to go ahead and ulti here. He's found somebody he can 1v1. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a 1-for-1 for long. The Galio is now here, and 900 Slimes has no... Malphite's got no damage left, so even if he kills her here, he'll give her the bailout, yeah. So and that will be Malphite going down. Mordekaiser has his Rylai's, so good luck getting away from him now. I think he has approach velocity as well. Yeah, based on that move speed, he absolutely has approach velocity, so... Yeah, good luck fighting him with anybody at this point. Fight is breaking out here in the bot lane, though. That's going to be the enemy EC getting picked off. Brand trying to do his best to do a bunch of damage here, and he actually does. This ends up being a 1 fight for NORD. Wow, okay. 3-for-1 in the bot fight here in the jungle. Okay, that's what they... Maybe that's the spark they need. Don't worry, Malphite is going to start being able to stack his heart still soon. I hope. Spoiler, it's not. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's probably not, but you can pick fights while this Mordekaiser is away from the team. That's in your best interest, because NORD is actually ahead if you take top lane out of the equation. Because yeah, they're down 1.5k, but they're down 2k in the top lane. So if they can get decent fights away from Mordekaiser, they can stay in this game. But the fight they currently just got, I would not go into that category. Ooh. Meanwhile, Tom Kench gonna go ahead and get dove here by the bot lane. This should be first tower here for WTF. Oh, maybe not. Those plates are pretty tanky. Look at him scoop. He's got those swifty boots. That will DP first tower and piece of strength over to WTF. About 3k gold lead for them now. Guys, he has the heart steal. It's time. Do you guys hear that? Hold it. Oh, that's Mord's ult, isn't it? This is one of his pentakill skins, so it plays like metal music during his ult. That's kind of cool. I like that. I've never noticed that before, but that's kind of slick. Ooh, and they actually managed to get the outplay here. Big shutdown going over to the Misfortune. Mordekaiser getting a little too crazy. He heard the rock concert and he got a little too excited. Miner Slime's actually kind of beating up on this Galio, punching him. And Galio is gonna 100% go down here. What's up, Doe? Gonna show up here to steal the kill, like any good jungler would. That closed the gold gap quite a bit, only about 1k gold lead now for WTF. Luch coming in with a very nice Renata ult. It's gonna hit both of them. Although Trundle takes a weird angle. I'm not sure why he didn't go. I thought he was gonna go around, but that might be enough to get Niner and Slime. No, he's just gonna pop Q on one of them and escape. Although Jin might not be so lucky. We'll see. Nope, and Zinzo's gonna try to turn. Nope, ditch him. He's dead. He's dead, Jim. I don't know if I ever heard that as a skill effect. I can't blame him. Exactly. See, that's crazy. Ooh, they're gonna go for a 3-man gank here in the mid lane. Tom Kench is here. Should be able to save him if necessary. Fortunately, Brand having a bit of trouble actually landing his combo, so he's gonna go down here. And Tom Kench says, "Oh, I actually don't have ulti, sorry," and he he goes down. Yeah, WTF gonna pop the Rift Herald. They've gotten up to a 3k gold lead once again. However, they're gonna get a little bit more thanks to the power of this Rift Herald here. Tom Kench gonna debut in. Not sure why exactly. Zinzao's here, but ooh, W not quite able to land. Malphite is stacking his Heartsteel, 59 stacks, it's pretty good. Ooh, he ults Malphite. Mordekaiser under tower trying to get draw tower aggro, but he was just out of range. So Mordekaiser just shrugs it off. And now, while that's happening, an actual team fight breaks out here in the mid lane. It's MF. Oh no, MF's gonna walk right into the Trundle. Oh no. And then into the Renata pole thingy as well, but she actually manages to get to safety and get her ulti off. That's gonna be a kill on the Renata. Now Galio doing Galio things on the Tom Kench, and now Zinzao's going in, forces out the Jinx flush over the wall, and Brand unfortunately waiting for cooldowns, not able to. Now he finally gets him, and that's going to be Trundle going down to turn on the Jinx, so that's going to be a double kill in favor of Misfortune. Nice flash Q by the Mordekaiser to finish off. Finish off the Brand there, but that ended up being a decent fight for NORD, given how it started. That MF face checking into Trundle there, so I mean MF is fed. She's got 7 kills. So I'm not a fan of the full lethality build against this tanky team, but for now it seems fine. Good enough. Ultis could be the equalizer. Yeah. I said that. I think I said that during Champ Select. I think MF has potential for good ults as long as they can keep the fights in front of them. So far they've done a pretty good job of it. And they can combo Brand and MF ult, Brand combos and MF ultis. They have a lot of damage. So Malphite kind of trolling his team by pushing mid right now. Malphite, buddy, rotate over to your team. Come on. Okay, and they're slowly doing the thing. Gonna do a bit of a combo there. Okay, now you can do the dragon. Okay, Mordekaiser has TP'd in. Do they realize that he's TP'd in? I don't think so. And he's just gonna go ahead and go right for Malphite, but misses both the abilities. Now the fight's gonna break out, and Brand's gonna go ahead and launch his ulti, but doesn't have anyone really blazed up, so it's not gonna do that much damage. Zinzao trying to get in, but kind of gets kited out. Malphite survives in the Death Realm and able to kill Mordekaiser once he gets out. And MF still holding down her ult. He's going to finally pop in. Look at that damage coming in from the Misfortune. And that's going to be another kill. And then the Jinx is over the wall, but now the Trundle is on top of MF's face. And yeah, she's going to go down. But now Malphite is here, and he still has ulti. Malphite, bro, find a way. Buddy, how do you still have ulti? The fight's over. What is happening? Did he not have... he must not have had it at the start of the fight, I'm assuming, because... yikes. But yeah, who got the dragon, by the way? Trundle got the dragon. Okay. So WTF did get the dragon. But still not a terrible fight for WTF here. 3 items already, or not a bad fight for NORD. 3 items already on the Misfortune. And Brand needs to hurry up and get that Leandri so that he can start really cooking in these team fights. Should be fairly close to it. He's about 1,300 gold away, or about 800 gold away, rather. Based on my quick mathemations. Brand can do it. Sunfire Cape! Here it comes! Sunfire Cape for the Malphite. Probably should have started with that, but, you know, whatever. Better late than never, I guess. Ooh. And Trundle is going to go ahead and kind of get caught out a little bit here. The 2-inch Malphite ulti is going to catch him out. So the second Heartsteel at the towers. Yep. And they are going to go ahead and catch the Trundle. And Mordekaiser's here in the bush kind of looking to cause some chaos. And they're going to jump in on him. As he ends up ulting the Zenzao, which is going to work out well for Mordekaiser, I assume. And now a big fight breaking out over here, but another huge ulti by MF ends up getting interrupted by the Renata ulti, but not before it does a ton of damage. And that's going to be a 1-team fight for NORD, thanks to the power of this absolutely massive Misfortune. Giggity. And Brand helping out as well, and they're going to be able to get Mordekaiser here. Slammer suggesting Sunfire. No, he should have got what he should have gone first was the MR version, the MR Sunfire versus Mordekaiser, but now he's going regular Sunfire, which is still not good, but you said he should have built that first. Well, yeah, I kind of call them both Sunfire, but my ire is purely for the armor one. I think the MR one is fine. Like Hollow Radiance, this item is fine. Regular Sunfire Cape, garbage. And MF building more lethality. I mean, I feel like at some point you have to pivot into crit here, right? Like, this is a tanky team. Where's, like, gotta get your Infinity Edge. I don't know. At some point, this lethality is going to fall off. Malphite going to show up here. Got to be careful of the Trundle flank. Ooh, they're going to manage to catch out the Trundle here. And now MF ulti coming in. 100 to 0. The whiffed Malphite ulti, but now the fight is breaking out. Brand fires off his combo. Lots of AoE damage on the team, and now they have to back off. And then the jungler trolls. And then the Mordekaiser's coming in here, and she's going to go ahead and ult the MF, who is very dead. And then the rest of the fight's going to go, and they're going to have to try to kite out this Mordekaiser. They're not going to be able to. And that approach velocity Mordekaiser is pretty spooky. And now Iron Slime standing just close enough to get caught, which is probably not the strategy you want to be doing. They're going to try to collapse here with the Brand, and they can probably kill him if they can land a combo here, but scary to be that close to that big Mordekaiser. And WTF is going to go ahead and move on to this Otacon here. The gold gap has mostly closed. Malphite's going to go over here and 1v1 this Mordekaiser, which is not going to work because you have no MR, good sir. And that will be Otacon over to WTF, so that'll be a bit of a nice lead gain back for them. MF now has the Edge of Night. I mean, that is a pretty good item on MF, to be fair. So yeah, we'll see what she decides to round out the build with. Hopefully like an Infinity Edge, but we'll see. NORD gonna go ahead and move on to this dragon here. And just kind of take it, no problem. Okay. Brand finally does have the Leandries. Now he needs to get that that Rylai so he can start CCing for the team. Honestly, he probably should have built that second with how fed the MF is, but it's okay. Never wrong to build Leandries on board. It is wrong, however, for Malphite to kind of get caught here. Doesn't end up getting a decent ulti off, though. And now the rest of NORD is here, but Leximity, our Brand's kind of in a weird spot. They kind of had him cut off from the tower here. Mord still has ulti. He's kind of just waiting around the corner, looking for a cheeky way to get in. Don't know why he did that. And Zen kind of waiting here in the bush, see if anyone will walk into him, but his team is really not in position to help. They just going to have to stall for Malphite to come back up because he does have TP, whatever that's worth. Oh no, and that's going to be Tahm Kench getting caught here, and Mord's going to ult him, but that's really not worth it. Even if you kill him, you need to save your ulti for someone who's worth it. I mean, look at Tahm Kench could just stall this out, and now Brand's going to go in here. He's going to blow the combo, and now MF is here looking for us. Oh, she's already used the ulti. I think she had to cancel it immediately, but the fight is still going their way. Mordecai is no longer a threat once the ulti is down, and they're going to run him down here, down the middle of the lane. Very nice Jinx traps. That actually might buy them their escape, and indeed it will. Okay, what happened to the MF ulti? Did it get canceled? By like Trundle Pillar or something? Or no, it's not Trundle Pillar, because it's... Or yeah, it must have. Like, hold on. He's got ulti. Yeah, it gets canceled by Trundle Pillar. Okay, that's what happens. Got it. I didn't even see it the first time. That was just a good guess on my part. Oh, yeah, they're going to go ahead and run them down the lane. Very nice trash by Jinx, though. Probably saves their team from getting wiped right there. However, NORD is going to go ahead and go right to this Baron. Brand probably should have stayed. Does tons of damage. But now the WTF is here, and they're going to pop in. And Trundle is here on the Baron. And Jinx ends up stealing the Baron over the wall. And now NORD just has to try to bail the best they can, but it's going to be tough. MF no ulti, so a lot of her damage is not really on the board at the moment. He's going to have to blow flash, but that's not going to be enough. He's going to walk right to the Mordecai. It's going to end up going down, and it's going to be a classic Baron throw for NORD, and that might be enough for them to lose the game here. We'll see. Brand needs to do as much damage here as possible before he goes down. Nice ulti. Does do a lot of damage, but everyone on NORD is dead. Can we go back to the Baron HP? Shut up, Eric. He sold. Jinx hit it with a rocket over the wall. That's all you need to know. Now NORD is coming up here, but I don't know if they can hold against all these, against this full four-man and Baron minions. MF is here. She does have ulti. She's going to go ahead and pop the ulti, but nothing really comes out of it. WTF rightly gets out of it immediately as soon as they saw her coming. And that's going to be both Nexus towers down for NORD. And they end up overstaying here and kind of getting caught out. So yeah, they got both Nexus towers and both these inhibs, but they're going to be down for a little bit. Yeah, very big Baron throw by NORD there, up to a 6K gold lead for about 5.5K gold lead for WTF once again, plus a lot of pressure coming in from the base. Those of you who don't know, the respawn times for the towers are 3 minutes. The respawn timers for the inhibs are 5 minutes. Now you know. No, dragon is coming up here. It's not a very important dragon for either team because it'll be a third dragon. So if you're NORD, you can afford to just let this go. And just wait for your Nexus towers to be back and then regroup. And MF should have what I hope is an Infinity Edge here. Please don't be GA. I'm begging you, don't build GA. Do not. God damn it. It is going to be a Guardian Angel for the MF. We'll see if that helps. But I feel like you probably need more DPS from the crit. But alas, it will be GA. So And yeah, if you're NORD, you have to just not, you can't get caught here. If you get caught here and die, the game's over. So Mordekaiser are going to go ahead and ult Xin Zhao, but Xin Zhao doing a valiant job stalling out. He's going to manage to get out of the death realm, but ends up going down immediately afterwards. NORD's still going to try to contest this dragon, but they really shouldn't. Your dragon, like your jungler's down. Just back off, please. I'm begging you. Please just run. Please just don't lose the game outside of your base. And MF ult's going to come down, but no one to really protect her, so she has to cancel it early. Now Brand is coming. It's going to be the Renata ulti. Very nice Malphite ulti. Ends up hitting 3 people. But now Brand is here, but they need to protect their base as well. It's going to go land the stun combo here. And that will be Mordekaiser down at the very least. But do they have the damage to then finish them off here? They need to find a way to get back to their base because Jinx is currently pushing out. They do have this tower about to spawn. All Jhin has to do is stall long enough for this tower to come back up, although the rest of the team is collapsing. And no, you got trapped outside your base, and that's going to be Game 3 going over to WTF. Honestly, NORD, that's on you. You're out here doing all this silly stuff in the jungle over a dragon that doesn't matter. You get caught outside your base, and they end the game. It's tough. No way that guy typed cowardly. Exactly. That's their fault. Shouldn't have been doing what they were doing. Whoever's making the shot calls for NORD, not the best shot calls, unfortunately. But was a fun series. Honestly, both games 1 and 2 were pretty lopsided. Game 3, much more back and forth, but in the end, WTF takes it. So well played to them. And yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Let's go ahead and see. There is, I believe the next game on the schedule is on Friday, 2 versus PPP. So look forward to that. And yeah, that'll be it for tonight. And thanks for watching and have a good night. Bye-bye.